Today's motivation would be about investment, and I think we'll be looking at it from a biblical perspective where the Bible tells us to cast our bread upon the waters. And I think once we understand what it means to cast the bread upon the waters, we then begin to understand what we need to do as people, because there's a poverty-driven mind and there's a wealthy-driven mind, and we want to talk about both of the minds, and how we can differentiate is firstly understanding what it means to cast our bread upon the waters, and I think Solomon here is giving us a very broad understanding of what it means to cast your bread upon waters. And in the Bible, bread always represents a lot of things. It represents money, it represents food, it represents work, the sweat of your hands, and again, when you look at sea, it represents the oceans, where the oceans can travel from one end to another country, from this country to another foreign country, to this country. So actually the sea is what connects foreign lands together, and the Bible says we need to cast our bread upon the waters, and that totally means for us that whatever we work for, whatever investment that we have, we need to give it up, because waters are a place where or the sea or the ocean is a place where things run, they move, and I think casting your bread upon waters is casting your bread upon something that's moving, and the philosophy of money is that it must always move. Once something is stagnant, it becomes a poverty-driven mentality. Poverty-driven mentality is that we keep our things, we save up. You save up your bread for tomorrow. You save up your money for the future, and that's a poverty-driven mind, because once you save up something and a disaster happens, you lose everything in you trying to save up that something. But once you cast and give something away to many streams of income, when it comes back in a stream. It does not come back in one way. So a poverty-driven mind is a mind that is always thinking one way. That means it has one stream of income, it has one thoughts, and does not believe in diversity. And I feel like when we start speaking about investment, we have to think about diversity. We have to invest our money and our works in diverse ways, and that's how wealth comes in. Even when you plant you seed, you cannot plant one seed. You have to plant diverse seeds in different places in the soil, and there will be some of the seeds that you're going to lose because they will never grow, but there will be some of the seeds that will grow as well. And the nice thing about even if a disaster happens, there will be some of the seeds that are saved, because you have not planted in one place, or you have not planted one thing. You plant diverse, and I think once we think diverse, we then begin to think wealth. But once we think mono, meaning one stream of income, then we will suffer from poverty. Poverty is the fact that we look at one tree for food, and we expect one tree to feed the whole nation. And automatically, that is impossible. We cannot think of one tree to feed the whole nation. And hence we cannot only rely on our governments to actually give us food to eat. Hence we cannot rely on the grants. Hence we cannot rely on funding. We have to then be able to diversify our mentality first and so that we can be able to diversify our money as well. Because the only way to diversify your money is to diversify your mentality. And once you can diversify your mentality, then you'll be able to diversify your money. And I feel like Ecclesiastes is telling us that. It's telling us to cast our bread on the diversity of the sea, because the sea does not lead to one place. The sea leads to different kinds of diverse places. And once we can diversify, as the ocean goes, it goes with the money that we invest, but when it comes back double times or triple times more than it went. So I think once we can understand and start multiplying our thoughts and diversifying our thoughts, we will then be prosperous and wealthy. Thank you very much.